Yes, he can. It's 50-50 really. Like,
right.
Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't.
So when is the tyre where you really want it? Is it by lap 3 or lap 2 or?
Yeah, lap 2 to 3, I would
right,
say.
Right, okay. And it's really cold out there, isn't it?
Yes.
I don't know. I had to turn the heater off earlier. Right, mate, we've got the grid forming. Frank Warden, Dalian Clancy are on the front row. The grid is there on the timing board for everybody to see. Jamie Kirkbride, Jensen Hookey, Sam Green Gomez, Ben Adrian, Alfie McBain here with Hunter Motorsport on the Carlos Sainz chassis. We haven't spoke much about Alfie McBain, but this is his chance to shine here at his local track. He will start 7th with Barnaby Grubb alongside. Jack Theobald and Jacob Aston are the 5th row of the grid and rounding off the top 10. Nathan Traverse starts 13th. Lucas Howell on the O-plate starting down the order there. Keep an eye out for Oakley Garthwaite. He goes very, very quick here, does Oakley. And I think, Louis, we're about to get underway. So here we go into turn 1. Over
Lights
to you.
out, away we go. Any contact in turn 1 looks fairly clean. Howell on the grass. Oh, here's a spin at the back there.
That's Jensen Hookey on the 33. I caught his number as he spun through about 360 there and onto the grass.
There's a good start there by, I think, Frank Ward. Keeps the lead, very good stuff. Freddie Worlock making places as well. Keep an eye, of course, I would say for Leo Basterfield mainly. He's quite rapid when he wants to be. But Frank Ward, he's got an amazing gap so far. The rest are fighting down in second, and Frank Ward has just said, you fight, I'm going to check out.
That's really is golden, isn't it, when everybody behind you is squabbling.
Oh, sorry to interrupt there. That's the 191. I'm trying to see who that is. Jacob Aston. He's gone off there at the hairpin.
Easy to do on these early laps, Louis. You know the tyres are cold. You get a little bit of help, or you're turning too fast, and your back end just comes around on you, does it?
Yeah, just, sometimes you could just try to put the power on a little bit too early when the cart still wants to slide, and then it gets away from you and you can't save it.
And there's nothing you can do, is there? You're
just a passenger.
Yeah, good point. So one lap of racing completed. We're already onto the infield section, and that looks very, very busy, doesn't it?
Yeah, Freddie Worlock at the back of this, and Tom Holden, and actually Holden and Worlock up the inside of Ben Adrian there. Good move from the pair of them. And they're now going to want to be pushing after the number 72 of Barnaby Grubb. And up the inside goes Worlock on Holden. Pushing him out wide. Good move. Adrian looked to get past him. Didn't make it work. Meanwhile, it is still Frank Ward out in front by a huge gap.
Well, Freddie Worlock's on a charge. He's already up into 6th place. He started in 17th. He's up to 6th. That's a cracking start. Nathan Traverse started 13th. He's up to 3rd. And Alfie McBain, I did say keep an eye on Alfie McBain. We haven't seen much of him today. But the local driver, Alfie McBain, on the number 78, he's on the Carlos Sainz chassis there. He's the second cart in that train. And he's off and after. Frank Ward.
He's actually gaining on him as well. Just a bit about Freddie Worlock then. Nibsport must be doing something right with his car. He's been flying today. Came 2nd place in his heat earlier. He now goes down the inside. Good move there. He is on a charge, isn't he?
He is. He's absolutely on fire, is Freddie Worlock. And it's not just about the pace, Louis. He's finding places to overtake here. And would you agree if I said to you, Wardenlaw's not an easy place to pass?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Am I right in thinking that?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's doing a cracking job, isn't he?
He's just picking them off one by one. He's finding the overtakes. He's braking late, and he just gets the cart down the inside. Very good stuff there.
He's next driver on his list, I think, is Jamie Kirkbride.
Yes.
On the number 40.
Holding up the inside. Adrian's going to follow him through on Barnaby Grubb there. Good move from Holden, and Adrian, good stuff to follow him through. Will he work together with Holden now to try and catch Worlock, or do you think he would? And Worlock up the inside of another one.
Can't help but mention Oakley Garthwaite started 22nd. He's up to 9th. Incredible move up the field
by him. And Worlock, we said at the start of the lap he was after Kirkbride. He's now just going past him.
Right, so that'll change. Worlock up to 4th.
Fastest lap as well, 52.2.
And McBain pulls a half a second on Frank Ward for the lead.
Oh, he's right on the back of him.
Let's have a look at that, Ash, if we can. There they are. Well done, Frank. He's picked them up straight away because Frank Ward on the number 42 has now got local driver Hunter Motorsports, Alfie McBain, now right on his bumper.
You'd fancy him to win this heat. If anything, you'd fancy him to win this round. Hunter Motorsport, they love this track. He loves this track.
Well, it's a bit of a conflict of interest here for Reese and Kai, as TH Corsa, who are the southern distributors for the Venator engine, they're a bit of a mixed emotion here, as Frank Ward for TH Corsa and then Hunter Motorsport, they're kind of the big team out there at the far end of the paddock, and they're battling here at the front of the field. And with Alfie McBain, again, now then, he's kind of dropped. Now that he's on the bumper of Frank Ward is being able to get his head down. Personal best lap time for him there. But Alfie, I should say, not quite as quick. So Alfie being stifled by coming up to the rear bumper, I think, of Frank.
I think he's just trying to find a way through, and I think, if I'm totally honest, I think Frank Ward is holding him up here. So,
what you mean? If Alfie could get by, would see Alfie move away, right? Okay.
I think Alfie, if he can get past Frank Ward, he's going to do it now. Good move up the inside. There's that lead, and now I think it will be a case of him just checking out. He's
going to prove you right, Louis, or he's going to prove you wrong. And as a commentator, it's 50-50. I think you're right, mate. You were spot on. Alfie McBain already pulling a gap of 0.3 in just a couple of corners.
I just want to mention Freddie Worlock. He's now in the back of Nathan Travers. So he's going to want to get that move done quite quickly to get on the back of Frank Ward, and especially before Alfie McBain manages to get a big gap here on Frank Ward. Worlock up the inside. Good move. Up into third. Now he can set his sights on Frank Ward and then maybe on Alfie McBain.
So Nathan Travers, who's also a very, very big mover, up 10 places into third. Freddie Worlock up 13 places. These guys have been on a charge here. Alfie McBain not quite dropping Frank Ward as perhaps we thought he might. Frank Ward staying on terms. But Frank Ward, Louis, he's going to have Freddie Worlock for company very shortly, isn't he?
Yes, he is. And if I was Frank Ward, Alfie McBain, I would just start to be relaxing a little bit in this one now. You know you have Frank Ward behind you, and he's hoping that he can do a job to just hold Worlock and Travis up a little bit here. Travis and Worlock will be working together, trying to capture top two. They're going to be wanting this win. McBain's going to be wanting this win. This game's crazy, 1 minute 20 left.
Yeah, I know. It flies over, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It flies over. Does it feel as quick as that when you're in the car?
No.
It drags on a bit.
Yeah.
Yes. And I've always said that when you come out of the final turn, which these drivers are not quite there yet, but you can clearly see the time board.
Yeah.
As a driver, yeah?
Yeah, you can clearly see every time I go through the lap corner, I just have a quick glance up at the timing, see how long I have left to make moves.
And that you can gauge what you're going to do. You can see the clock ticking down.
Yeah.
If you're in this position here of Nathan Travers and Worlock, Travers coming back at him, you're going to look at that clock. You're going to see you're less than a minute, and you know that time is running out to make a move.
Yeah, I think if you are Nathan Travers now, you just sit behind Freddie Worlock because you know he's rapid, so he's just going to pull you through. I think Alfie McBain may have this win done and dusted now. It's going to now just be a fight for second, I think. And that's if they can catch up to Ward within the last 25 seconds.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the one lap to go board this time by for Alfie. Alfie McBain there on the Hunter Motorsport livery with the Venator engine. He's going to be, he's pulled a gap.
Yeah.
You said he was going to pull a gap, Louis. And I think now, as the clock ticks 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it's right on the cusp.
No, he made it. He's made it.
Yeah, he has made it.
That's good news for Alf. Good news for Freddie Worlock. Good news for Nathan Travers. The worst news possible for Frank Ward. And now if you're Frank Ward, I think you give up on trying to get this win. You keep seconds.
If you're Frank Ward, though, you'll have looked at that clock and you wouldn't have been able to tell that there was, you would have flashed underneath it. And he might think he's got a race like this is the last lap. And he's gonna then be shocked to see one more lap to go. So he's going to have 2 laps to keep Freddie Worlock behind him.
I don't think he's going to finish his lap in second place. We know what Worlock's like. He doesn't go further. I thought he would have done, but he doesn't. Interesting there from Worlock. Maybe just biding his time. No one to do anything too risky. Round the horseshoe into the final corner. Get a good run.
This is the thing, Louis, isn't it? You don't want to end up with no points at all. You're going to, at this stage, is third better than second? it's certainly better than 29th, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Or whatever. So, yeah, if you're Freddie Worlock, you know you've got the pace. We know how quick Frank Ward is. We know how quick this TH Corsa team is. And Frank Ward, and here comes the move, Louis.
No, it doesn't. He defended it. Good stuff there from Frank Ward. Worlock's going to look for the switchback. Oh, Travis up the inside. And then Adrian. And then Holden.
Unbelievable.
Worlock has just left third place. He's gone down to, what's that?
Oh,
6,
my goodness.
is it?
We're going to find out when they
Travis
cross
up the inside. Pushes Ward out wide. Something's come off one of the carts there, I think. And it's actually going to be Ben Adrian who claims second. Alfie McBain wins it by a long way. It's going to be Ben Adrian who takes second. Nathan Travis third. Tom Holden fourth. Freddie Worlock an awful last lap down to fifth. And Frank Ward. Oakley Garthwaite 22nd on the grid. Gained 15. Finished 7th. What a race from him. Joshua Whitcomb with the fastest lap. What a race.
Jaden Sherwood, championship leader.
12th.
18 places improvement, started 30th up to 12th. We've got a lot of them. I tell you what, Louis, that was all right. It was typical of junior Rotax racing, but that all just kicked off at the end there.
Yeah, massively kicked off. I think Worlock was probably thinking to himself, went onto that last lap, just get second, I'm going to be okay. And then all of a sudden he thinks he's got it. Ward defends it brilliantly. And he finds himself then on the outside for the next corner. And Travis, Holden, and at one point Frank Ward all said, and Ben Adrian, of course, they said, yeah, we're going to have that. Thanks very much.
Brilliant racing, as ever, from Junior Rotax. You okay to stay with us for another one?
Sure, if you want me to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant.
Absolutely. I know who is. We've got a comment here from Jamie Salter. Louis Rees, next David Croft. Yes, not as shouty as David Croft, though, please. He's far too shouty for my liking. But that's an acquired taste. So, Louis, we've got Louis and everybody else out there. We've got the Rotax 177. So this is our penultimate heat. He needed to know that. Our producer, Ashley, on time. We've got Frank out there on the grassy knoll. We've got Gaz who's grabbed a cup of tea. We've been told that the PA